Welcome to our video on GINESYS release update for version 11.12.0 and GINESYS POS version 1.12.0. Let us first look at the changes that were incorporated in this particular release. A feature was added to perform a head office controlled physical stock audit based on item assortment. Basically what this means is now the user will be getting an option to create a stock audit plan at HO which they can assign an assortment to. When this stock audit plan is sent across to the site, a user can add this to his audit journal, and now when he performs an audit, all transactions related to items which are present in the assortment will be stopped. However, any items that are not part of this assortment will be allowed to transact freely. A bug that was addressed in this particular release was the directory not empty bug. This was an error that a user received during synchronization, either manual or automatic, while doing a synchronization on a Windows XP machine. Hopefully after this release we will not be seeing this error anymore. Let us now look at some of the changes that were incorporated in this particular release. Let me first start with the stock audit plan that was introduced in this particular release. Under retail, under the setup menu, we now have an option called the stock audit plan. On clicking this, we will be shown a grid that displays a listing of all the stock audit plans that are present in this particular HO. The stock audit plan would be categorized under three different columns: the audit plan ID, the audit plan name, and the assortment type. The operations that a user can perform on the stock audit plans are add, edit, and delete. As you can see, I have a listing of two audit plans here at my HO. Now I'm going to start by showing you how to add an audit plan to my existing list. To create a new audit plan, I'll be clicking on the add button. And what you can see here is the main tab of the stock audit plan. This allows us to enter a name for the audit plan. We cannot have duplicate values. However, this is a mandatory field which the user does need to fill in. The second thing we can put in here are the assortments. So as you can see, we have division, section, department, and all of the other areas that a user can put in as per an assortment. Well, on clicking the add button here, this assortment is going to be added to this grid. We can update the assortment that we add, and we can also reset our selection here. We also have a link to remove the selected assortment. So any assortment that we add to this grid can be removed by clicking on the remove selected assortment link. We also have the option called allocated to site. This is an area where the user can choose to allocate the plan that he's already created to any of the sites available to him. However, this is an optional thing and the user can choose not to do it at this point. Let us now go ahead and look at the edit option. So if I select a listing, if I select an audit plan from my listing and click on the edit button, I am taken to a window which shows me the audit plan. And if I choose to, I can edit the plan name, the assortment, or the allocation. And as you can see, once again, I have both the select and remove options to perform whatever I would like to perform. The third option that I have available is the delete option. So I can choose any audit plan from my listing once again, and I can choose to delete it. So when I click delete, it asks me for a confirmation. Are you sure you want to delete this record? And I have the option to say yes or no. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and click on no, as I do not want to delete this plan. Lastly, I have an option to close, and on clicking this I would be taken out of this window, and I can close this window if I choose to. So I'm going to go ahead and close this window. Let us now take a look at the changes that were made to the site option that we have under setup. So once again, I'm going to go to setup under retail and go to my site menu option, and over here I'm going to look at one of my existing sites. So as you can see, we have all the tabs as before. So we have the site tab, the group mapping tab, the location, contact information, the replenishment source, and audit plan is the new tab that's been added to this particular during this particular release. So let me go ahead and show you what the audit plan looks like. So on clicking the audit plan tab, I'm displayed with these two grids. The first one is available audit plans. So this will give me a listing of all the audit plans available at my HO, and the second grid displays to me the assigned audit plans. So this is an area where I will be able to view all the audit plans that are assigned to my particular site. And once again, I have the option to select and remove. I'm going to quickly show you how to remove one of the audit plans. So I have these two audit plans, demo and demo audit plan 2. I'm going to go ahead and remove demo. And now as you can see, the only audit plan that is assigned to my site is demo audit plan 2. My record is saved successfully, and at this point now when I go ahead and sync, this would be the only audit plan that would be available at my store. Let us now look at the changes that were incorporated at the site. I just synced all my information, and now I have opened a new list which I have under transactions, physical stock audit plan, and here is a new listing which is called the audit plan. So when I click on this audit plan, you will notice that the only two listing that I have of audit plans are the entire store, which is there by default, and then we have the demo audit plan 2. This was the only assortment wise audit plan that I had created previously. Now this listing here allows us only to view the audit plans that are allocated to this site. No changes can be made from the site. So let's quickly go ahead and look at our audit plan. I'm going to click on view, and as you can see, this is the same audit plan that we were viewing at the HO. So we can see the name of the plan, the assortment, as well as the grid which shows the assortment in detail. So here we go. So this is the only option that's provided in the listing here in the site, and of course we have the close button in case we want to go ahead and close this. Let us now look at some of the changes that were made to the audit journal. So I'm going to go to transactions, physical stock audit, and audit journal. And as you can see, I have the grid open for the audit journal. I'm going to first go ahead and click on add. I'm going to give my journal a name. And now I'm going to click on the select plan button. Earlier, as you know, since the only option available was the entire store, this was by default chosen and populated. However, now since we have the option of choosing an assortment wise plan, we have a list that opens up, and we can choose whichever plan we would like to set up for this audit journal. So I'm going to go ahead and set up demo audit journal, audit plan 2. So here it is. I have my audit plan chosen, and now I'm going to go ahead and look at the other change that was incorporated. So earlier the stock will be posted on date was disabled and always set to the previous day. However, now this date is enabled and the user can make changes as per his requirement. The third change that was incorporated in the audit journal was the assortment tab. So now if I have an audit plan which has an assortment link to it, then that assortment would be displayed on this particular tab. And as you can see, we have the details listed below. So I'm going to quick select a plan which does not have an assortment. I'm just going to go ahead and choose entire store. And now if you look at the assortment tab, you'll see that none of the assortments are chosen. So I'm going to quick go back and select my original selection and save this audit plan. So my record is saved and I have an audit journal which is open. And this is a plan. This is linked to a plan which has an assortment in it. So at this point, I will show you what the changes made to the cycle count. So once again, transactions, physical stock audit, and I'm going into cycle count. Okay, I'm going to quick add another cycle count. I'm going to select the audit journal that I just opened, and I'm going to select a stock point, and I'm going to say showroom. So I have created a cycle count, and now when I go into the count, you'll see that when I scan an item which is in the assortment, it will not allow me to it will allow me to accept that. So as you had seen, in my audit journal had an item called the Wegmans Blue Cap, and this is an item that I can scan and put into this grid. However, if I try to choose an item which is not part of this assortment, so I'm going to give another item. And as you can see, a message is displayed saying that this item, which is cotton shirts, is not part of the assortment. So this cannot be scanned during a cycle count. So I'm unable to accept this. I now have a cycle count and an audit journal open for an assortment which contains an item which is Wegmans Blue Cap, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you how we are stopping transactions which are related to Wegmans Blue Cap. However, we are allowing transactions for items which do not belong under this assortment. So let us first start with goods receive advice, and I have an advice which has two packets. One packet 11440 has the Wegmans Blue Cap item in it, and the second one is 11442, which is cotton shirts and does not have the Wegmans and does not have an item which is under assortment. So when I click on receive, it asks me, are you sure you want to receive all pending packets against this goods receive advice? And I say yes. But it does not allow me to proceed because and it gives us a message clearly stating that the stock counting of some of the items in one or more packets is in progress. Cannot reconcile the following packets, and it clearly gives us the packet number which contains items under audit. Now let's take a look at the goods receive option. So when I try to add a goods receive document, I'm going to select my advice and go into packets, and I'm going to try and reconcile a packet at first. So I'm going to once again select packet 11440 and 11442. I'm going to mark all and click on OK. Once again, it gives me the message saying stock counting of some of these items in one or more packets is in progress, cannot reconcile the following packets, and it lists the packet which contains items under audit. So I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to deselect that packet. And now when I click OK, it allows me to add this to my grid. I'm going to quick remove this packet, and now I want to show you the reconcile items option. So I click on reconcile items option, and over here once again when I try to select a packet, I'm going to first try and select the packet which I know has items under audit, and I click on OK. It does not allow me to proceed, and it gives me an appropriate message. Stock counting of one or more items in packet 11440 is in progress, cannot reconcile packet. I say OK, and then I select 11442. When I click on OK, it allows me to select that. So that is added to my grid, and I'm able to proceed. But at this point I do not want to reconcile this packet, so I'm going to cancel out of this. The next thing that I wanted to show you was the changes to the packet tab. So I'm going to click on add, and select the scheme, my out stock point, which is showroom 1, and I'm going to go into the packet items tab. At this point, when I try to scan an item, this item is Wegmans blue cap, and this is under audit, and I try to click on accept. It gives me an appropriate message which says that stock counting is in progress for this item, so it does not allow me to proceed. Now I give in an item which I know is not under audit, and as you can see, once again this can be added to my grid. We also can try and do this through the select items tab, and over here I'm going to go ahead and just search. So I'm going to go down, and I'm going to try and add an item once again. I know that this is the one under audit, so when I click on populate, it gives me this tooltip saying stock counting is in progress for the item, therefore it cannot add it. And once again, if I try to do that for this item, there is no tooltip. Clicking on populate, as you can see, now the quantity has become 2, so it has gone ahead and added this to my packet. I'm going to go ahead and remove this because I do not need it at this point, so I'm going to click remove. Sorry, cancel. Okay, now the next change that I wanted to show you was for stock point transfer. So here it is, my stock point transfer, and I'm going to add. And I'm going to again scan an item. Once again, I see the message saying that I cannot proceed. And now I scan an item, not in the assortment. And once again, it allows me to add it to the grid. So let's go ahead and take a look now at the POS. And I'm going to first add the Wegmans blue cap item here. So yes, I get the message, stock counting is in progress for Wegmans blue cap, cannot add this item. So I'm going to now add the item which is not part of this assortment, and yes, I'm able to add it. Now the same thing would happen for returning an item. So I'm going to quickly clear this bill, click on return against bill, search, and I know that my first bill has both the items, so I'm going to click on return, and as you can see, both these items do not belong to an assortment which is under audit, so I'm able to quickly go ahead and return this if I choose to. I'm going to clear the bill once again and now return an item which is part of the assortment. So, and there it is. Stock counting is in progress for this item, therefore it cannot return the item. This brings us to an end of this session on all the changes that were incorporated in this particular release. So thank you and have a wonderful day.